You tell me.
Where'd you go?
You tell me.
Are you going to serenade
No.
me?
Has it, what is it about?
I think it's just a simple love song. It kind of, you know, whenever we write or I write the words, because he does the music and I do the words, it always has, the words always come back to reflections of, they have a little bit of your own self, and it has to, you know, has to have your own identity in there. So your own personal experience, maybe things that you've been going through and come out the other side and you can look back and reflect on, or things that maybe your friends are going through, or things maybe you wish that you were going through, and you kind of take all of these personal feelings and experiences and weave them together into one full storyline that hopefully everybody can relate to at some point, whether they've been through it, they're going through it, or they're going to go through it at some point. And love songs or love stories are always such a common, you know, thread or common story, common connection that I think it's one of those things where, whether it's about experiences or relationship that I may be in or may have, or what somebody else is going through at the time, it always seems to touch a nerve or touch the heartstrings of people. And I'll Be There is one of those love songs, love stories that seems to be universally, you know, touching everybody at this point.
It's very hard to define. To me, I love listening to Renaissance music, so I incorporate that into the music that we're playing. So I would say it's Renaissance rock with lots of folk and ballad influence, those four subjects.
I think we defy category. I don't know, I always can't stand when somebody sticks you in a box and has to stick a label on you for them to understand it, or they have to hear somebody else that sounds like you for them to experience your stuff. And for us, I think we just have such a great freedom in this band that we can play purist Renaissance music with the organic woodwinds if we want to, and the hurdy-gurdy, or we can do folk ballads if we want to, or we could do really loud, you know, rock music, and he's playing the Strat that he's still amazing on. Or I just think those lines tend to be blurred, and it kind of breaks it down and just allows good music to be good music instead of just sticking it into that safe box that people might need to understand it.
That's true. There's not too many bands that have done what we've done before, and sometimes people are afraid of change. We're incorporating Renaissance music with rock and roll, and you'll get the Renaissance purists going, oh, well, that's not Renaissance music. That's not what we're about. And the rock and roll people will say, well, it's not really rock, it's more folk. And the folk people will say, no, it's not folk. So there's a lot of snobbery in music, and musicians. Having been a musician for many years, I see a lot of snobbery.
But I think that's what's
which shouldn't really be there.
But that's what's so great about it, is variety. I mean, that's the whole spice of life, they say, right, is variety. You'd get bored if it was just only one thing. And it's nice to have the freedom to play a lot of different things.
Yeah.
So that's what's so great about being able to do this, right?
No.
No?
The first thing that usually comes with our music is the melody. I'll come up with a melody. For instance, the one that goes... when it's in tune, and Candice will think about what the visual is, and then she'll come up with the text. And of course, that one turned into Renaissance Fair.
It's like the battle cry for all of our fans, isn't it? It gets everybody on their feet. And we always, you know, dedicate that one to all the people who dress up like us, and we save those, you know, first few rows of seats for people who are going to really, really partake in the whole event of the evening. And but as far as the writing is concerned, the great thing about working with Richie is that he, when he's playing music, and he usually starts everything as an instrumental, if you close your eyes and only listen to the music, whether it's going to stay an instrumental or whether it's going to later on become a song that has lyrics to it, if you just close your eyes and take that path with the music, it'll paint a picture in your head. It'll take you someplace to some other time or some other place, or it'll give you a visual. And and those visuals are so strong. So I kind of just like relax and listen to what he's playing and allow it to take me wherever the song wants me to go with it. And that's when I start taking those pictures that are being painted in my head and painting them into words, and then it becomes the songs that we wind up creating. But it usually all starts from the music and wherever that music is going to take you.